Hello everybody and welcome back to another one of my videos. We're out in the garden and then I'll be out in the going down to the allotment as well. I've got these few plants what I want to put in these boxes. I don't know how far I'm going to get, but these was part of the lot what I planted in the last video. Someone gave me a load of surplus plants what they had, so I always take them and make use of them, or if not I'll give them away. So we've got random plants here, as you can see. And as you see, as soon as you get rain, you look on them and then you see your arch nemesis always when it's the rain. So all these plants now I'm going to get in, don't know how many I'm going to put in a box, but I want to get a nice display from them. So I'm going to do this, then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've got my one box done, going on to the second one, and then I'm going to do these ones. Then I'll see if I've got enough, then I'll someone's promised me some more plants on Sunday, so if they turn up, because sometimes they promise you and then they don't turn up, then I'll get them in. I'll show you the rest of my garden in a minute and then we'll be down the allotment. So I'm going to carry on with this and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everyone, we're still getting them in. Got this other box to fill out and I've still got a few, so I'm just trying to put them in random so I'll get a nice display like this front bit. And then when I see how they come up, if I've got any other space, then I can put a plant in between. So I'm going to carry on. If you like our videos, please remember, like, share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment in the comment section. We'll get back to you on them. So I'm going to carry on and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've got all these plants in now. As you can see, I'm going to need a few more, and then I've just managed to do 3 boxes, and once I get any plants, if I get any smaller plants, I can put them in between and make it more of a display. Still got tidying up to do, as you can see. The onions are still here. These was the ones, when I pull them out they're soft under bulb, so what I might just do is just use the stalks of spring onions, and then you can see the nettles and everything's come back because we've neglected the garden for a few weeks and we've had a bit of rain, and then as soon as it rains, the plants start growing again, and then you get all the snails and slugs around the place. This is one of my plants that comes up every year. It's been in that tub for a while now, but it comes up every year. The lilies, you can see the lilies come up every year. I've got a few dotted about the place. And the grapevine, you can see, decided to spring back, and that one in the corner there, that pain in the neck, I'll have to see when I've got some time if I can get up there and cut it back down again. My potatoes, you can see, are doing quite well. I can tell you now, these ain't been watered for a few weeks because we haven't got an outside tap, and lifting this watering can is a bit strenuous on my back, so I might have to invest in a smaller one which takes a lot longer. And these onions have been neglected. I've got a few strawberry plants down the front. I've got that to dig up when I get a chance to do it. And then it's just the rest of tidying up. You see there's pears on the trees and a few plums dotted about on the plum tree for once, but I've got to prune that back as soon as the season ends. But we're getting there, so all I'm going to do now, I just was giving things a sweep up, but I'll just put some super glue on the broom, so I have to wait for that to dry, and then I'll give everything a quick sweep up. Like I said, please remember to like, share and subscribe. It's free, you don't have to pay anything, it just helps us along. You know, we have to get bits and pieces every now and then, so your subscription, although YouTube doesn't pay us much, but you know, we'll get there eventually one day. So the next step is we'll see you down at the allotment, where we got things to put in the ground there as well, weather permitting. So we'll see you at the allotment. Right everybody, so we're down at the allotment now, although it might be another day, but it's still part of what we're doing. And as you can see, we've made a start already. I'm just built an A-frame here with these, I think these are called fencing panels or something, I'm not even sure what they're called. So all I'm doing now is just making sure that it's stable, and then so that's my thing. See, that's so I can get things to go up that side and things to go up that side. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've made a couple of holes. Just going to put some bloodfish and bone in there. And some chicken manure pellets. I should be putting Epsom salt in there as well for the greenery, but I could always do that after. And some chicken manure pellets. And then what I've got here, these was in my polytunnel. I think I got this about a couple of weeks ago. And these are cucumbers outdoor. So I'm gonna just be putting 2 here and 2 there, giving them space to run. If they want to go up the trellis, they can go up the trellis or whatever they want to do. So I'm going to plant these 2, then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so this is my other cucumber. This is called a Femi spot. I'm not sure if these are meant to be outdoors or indoors. So I'm going to plant these up and be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I'm in the polytunnel now, and what I've done, I've got out that old fennel out of here. I'm going to do this carrot one next and see if I can get how many I can get done. And as you can see, let my cameraman come in if he can. Just got to step over a few things. As you can see, let him come in closer. You can see all the ants. So this is a red mite powder. Just sprinkle that all over. the bed. And that's all you need with them. So as you know, they're just a pain in the neck. Some people say just leave them, but I see they're getting wings and everything, so don't want them in the bed. So just gonna lightly fault this over a bit more, then I'll be back with you in a minute. Everybody, so I've got this bed. I put a bag of the grow straw on top of it, so that's what I'm going to use to cover it over. And what I've got here, I've got some beetroot albino veranda, and I've got beetroot alto, and this one's a cylindra, and I've got hopefully the proper fennel what I wanted to grow. This is a Dragon F1, so I'm going to be putting a row of each in. So if you don't know what beetroot seeds look like, I'll show you. They're similar to spinach seeds, so that's what they look like. So I'm going to put these in, and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've got all the seeds in, all the little white dots what you see, and I've put the beetroots up that end, and what I've done, I was going to put the fennel up here, but I'm thinking I don't know how big the fennel gets. So what I've done, I've put the some parsnips in as well, seeing that they're root things. So just going to lightly cover these over now. Then when I finish, it's still spitting with rain. I don't know if it stopped yet. And as you know, inside this polytunnel is just hot. So I'm going to just lightly cover these over, then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so we're getting on with things. I've done my beetroots in the polytunnel and my parsnips, so I'll just come outside, and what I'm doing, I've got a load of corn. As you can see, these are the generals, some of them are earlies, and Oblivion, and I've got some Tysons in there as well. And these, you can see how tall these have grown in. These was like this when I got them, and now they're like this in the polytunnel. That's what I said, everything grows well in a polytunnel. It's a pity you couldn't get a bit of land and get a polytunnel what's about 4 times the size of that and wide, and then you could have just plant everything in. You would have got crops all year round. So I've got quite a few in it already now, and I'm just separating these, and then I'm going to get these in, fill up this bed with corn. What I've got over I can put somewhere else. So, and then I've ordered the white netting like that, insect netting. I might have to stitch it in the middle to put over it to stop all the birds and things coming in and pecking and everything. So hopefully they shouldn't grow much taller. They shouldn't grow taller than that, but if they do, they'll do their thing. Right, so I'm going to carry on with this and be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've got in the amount what I want to get in for now. I've left this little gap here because I've got to wait for the netting to come, and once I get the netting then I can fill in that patch there. As you can see, still got plenty. Right, it's one of them things. I'm just looking where I can randomly stick some in, just to so I'm gonna sort out what my next thing is, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so come up to the top where my pumpkin is, and those was the ones what I thought wouldn't have survived, and as you can see they're started to run already. I've just got to give them another feed of milk on Monday, weather permitting, and then take off all the leaves what don't look too healthy, and then I've got to try and train them the way I want them to run, because they're running all different directions at the moment. So once you train your pumpkins which way to run, you might have to move them around a couple of times, because you're going to get the tendrils that go down into the ground, and then they're going to make it more harder to plant in. What I might do as well later on, I'm not sure what I'm going to plant in that area there, because that's new ground, but I might put a couple there and let them come this way, but or I might just plant something else there. I'll see how it goes. Right, so these are the newer ones what I planted, because I thought they wouldn't have survived. You can see some are just coming up now, and then you can see they need to come out of the pots, and then so you can see I put 3 seeds in a pot, thinking that only like 1 or 2 would have survived, but they all seem to want to survive. So I've dug the holes already, as you can see, just taking off these leaves what I don't like the look of, so that you've got the healthy looking plants. This one's nice, you can see that's nice and healthy. So all I've got to do now, so what I've got here is Epsom salt, and bloodfish and bone. So what I'll do is give a sprinkling of that around, that help keep them healthy and green. As you can see, I've given plenty of space between them, because last year I think I planted them too close to each other, and then I couldn't get in between them, which is going to happen anyway when they start spreading out the big leaves. So that's the Epsom salt, some chicken manure pellets in each hole. So when I done up this top bit here, it was a good thing that we took the effort effort to do it, because it's given us another growing area. If I wanted to, if I wasn't going to plant pumpkins, then you know I would have had all this area up here to put things, which is quite a big area. I still got all this. I can go right back up to where that peony tree is and come along and come back up, but planting on that hill isn't really a good idea. So I'm going to get some of these in, then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've got all my pumpkins in, just got one odd one here, and I've got a big area here, so I'm going to just drop him in here. So that's all my pumpkins in, and you see I've got all this space still. I can get something else in there. Right, so I'll let my cameraman come round. Right, this is what you call a volunteer. Don't know what it is. So as you can see, since I put the milk on it, the leaves have just taken off. So leave that one there. And you can see my onions are starting to lean over now because they've got the flower stalks on them, so they're starting to lean over. Got all my corn in, and I've still got all these to sort out later on, where I'm going to put these. But we'll see later on once I get the netting. As you can see, the rain's starting to come again now. It's just so you see my potatoes. These are the main crop ones, and you see they're flowering already. My broad beans are doing well, but the only one what's not doing so well is my peas. Something's just helping itself to them. I don't know what's the solution for these, but it's one of those things you have to live with until when they start running. Right, so I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I'm in my polytunnel now, and I decided just what my last job was to get this carrots out of this bed, and I'm wondering why my carrots are just growing on top and wood underneath. And as you can see, that's all I got out of this old tub, apart from the ones that I picked and took home every now and then. And although despite having the sand and everything in there, it's as solid as a rock. You can see digging down, and so that means that the carrots couldn't develop in there because it was too hard for them, and you know carrots need really loose soil. So that's why I put the sand in, and you can see it's just solid. So I might put another crop in here instead of carrots again. So what I've got to do is just dig this over and try and flatten it out as much as I can. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've dug that over and I've put about 8-inch layer of manure on top. I've dug some in as well. So what I'm going to do is see what I'm going to put in there. I'm going to dig that in and then put a bag of brochure on top and plant something else in there. Don't think I'm going to plant carrots back in there because the dirt was too hard for them. That's why they're not growing. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so just finishing now. Just getting these plants watered. I hope you enjoy this one. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave any comments, you can leave them in the comment section. We'll get back to you on them. So thanks for watching and you take care and I'll see you all on the next one.